Hey everybody, Douglas Blair Roberts here, the Super Vader 400 and the brown skin Hewitt, coming back at you with another video cartoon intro remake review intro. This is the intro to various remade cartoon reviews and rants. For some odd reason, even though I did do this in the past, when it one of the Sonic songs I used has a copyright on it, and it's not a big deal. But if I ever when I decide to set this channel up, when I get eligible for monetization, I can't get any money from ads from the video, so that's why I'm just redoing it with two different songs that surprisingly don't have copyrights on them. This version is the same as the last one, except my clothes and stuff will be different, and of course the intro songs will be different. Instead of using what I'm made of, I will use the songs intros will be Weekend and Sonic's Back in Time. And for cartoons that do deserve a rant, or for videos that do deserve a rant, what I'm made of will be used as the outro for the various cartoons. So yeah, this is the intro to various narration. Part 1 will be narration. Second part will be season and episode webcam reviews spliced together to one video. Some of these won't go on all platforms. Yes, some of these will only go on YouTube, and some of these will only go on Facebook. So with that being said, let's get started right now. Let's go back in time to when television and cartoons were great. Hey everybody, it's time for my part 1 review of the 1999 early 2000s Street Fighter Alpha anime movie OAV. Narration as the Douglas Blair Roberts YouTube social media personality based character. The larger real life superhero webcam review will be in the description box below. Like I said, badly want to talk about Street Fighter again, but since I talked about the animated series already, let's take a look at the other versions. In my opinion, let's take a look at the next best adaptation in the Street Fighter franchise outside of the video games, besides the animated series and of course the Udon comic books. This is Street Fighter Alpha, the animation. Yeah, this was the 13th or 14th anniversary Street Fighter film created to celebrate the 13th anniversary of Street Fighter. And this one for the most part, yeah, this one, just like the previous two, was unrelated to the previous two Street Fighter adaptations. This one was based on the Alpha, the animation store, the Alpha 1 and 2 video games. Alpha 1 and 2 video games. This film has a predominantly mixed reception amongst anime fans, anime and Street Fighter fans. Some like me think it's one of the greatest films ever made. Others think it's inferior to the previous Street Fighter 2, the anime film. I think this is way better than Street Fighter 2, the anime film, in both storyline, artwork, animation, fight scenes, everything. The only thing Street Fighter 2 beats this movie in is a bigger. It has a slightly bigger budget, and of course, since it has a slightly bigger budget, it has better. Oh yeah, it has better music. Those are only two things it beats it in. That, and number 3, the realistic fight scenes. I love the realism, but if I want to watch a realistic fight scene, I would just watch a realistic martial arts fight movie. I want realism, but I want the mixed with the cool anime style action scene in Japanese animation, and that's what I get in Street Fighter Alpha, the animation. And of course, this is based on the legendary Alpha storyline. Canon or not canon, I think the Alpha time period and the Third Strike period, followed by the spin-offs SNK 1 and 2, the Capcom versus the Street Fighter Cross Tekken fighting game from 2012, and the Street Fighter EX series, mostly EX 1 and 2. I consider these to be the best time periods of Street Fighter. That and where it all started, the original Street Fighter 2 Champions, Street Fighter 2 Champions Edition series. I consider these to be the greatest time periods, the greatest and most exciting time periods in Street Fighter, with the Alpha and the Third Strike probably being the supreme best. I like the Alpha days where they which depicted them as which depicted a younger version of Ryu, Ken, and the entire Street Fighter cast, and introduced the characters of Dan into the series, and crossed over with the Final Fight characters. Guy and Saddam and Cody will later appear in Cody and Rolito will later appear in Street Fighter Alpha 3. Then what else about Street Fighter Alpha 3? Then also bringing bringing Street Fighter 1 character Aiden back into the storyline. It's more developed role for the character Sagat, and finally bringing Ryu's deceased war buddy Charlie and mentor Charlie into the franchise, and bringing the Fortune Teller Rules into the franchise, and is also a more developed story for the character Akuma and Gin, who's also from Street Fighter 1. So yeah, it was yeah, the Alpha series, canon or not, was the best. I like each one, with Alpha 3 being the best, followed by 2, and then 1. Yeah, yeah. But this movie right here, this movie is a loose adaptation of Alpha 1 and 2 with, instead of Bison, it features Shadaloo as the main antagonist, but the head of Shadaloo is a mad scientist android named Sattler, who is like Cell from Dragon Ball. He's an android who absorbs the data of Street Fighters and utilizes the same abilities of the Street Fighters. But other than that, it follows the same plot of that video. It follows the same plot of that video game, and most of the characters, for the most part, are themselves. The character Birdie has his largest and best role in Street Fighter to date. Every character was well represented except for Zangief. A bunch of characters appear, but the storyline mostly revolves around Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and Sakura, with the other Street Fighters playing supporting roles and cameos. The other Street Fighters who appear after them are Aiden, Saddam, Rolento, Dawson, Dan, Vega, Birdie, and like I said, his biggest role to date, Birdie, and Zangief. It follows the plot of the video game with Ryu. It focuses on Ryu's rivalries and interactions with the character of Rose and Akuma, and his struggle to overcome the Dark Hado energy. The Dark Hado energy in him. Then they added a subplot, a larger subplot that's unrelated to the game, which features a little boy named Shun, visiting his temple and pretending to be his brother, but is later all revealed to be a plot by Sattler to lure Ryu and the Street Fighters to the island. So yeah, Street Fighter Alpha, the animation. The only thing I hate about this awesome film is just like Street Fighter 2, the anime film. The film leaves it open for a sequel, but there was never any follow up to this. They didn't do another one where they would adapt the Street Fighter Alpha 3 storyline. For years I've waited for the sequel to this, where Bison will come out of nowhere, will be revealed as the real head of Shadaloo. They would adapt the rest of the Street Fighter Alpha 3 storyline, which would have brought the other Street Fighters and Final Fight characters into the fold, and then the sequel would be the actual Street Fighter 2 storyline. So that's the only issue I have with this. But I consider this right here to be one of the best adaptations of Street Fighter outside its video game counterpart, and hugely underrated too. Like I said, I think this blows the anime movie out of water. Yeah, this was the part 1 narration version. To see the larger part 2 real life superhero webcam version, the link will be in the description box below. If you want to hear the rest of the music, turn the video off right now.